Stone Cold Steve Austin is a professional wrestler. And he was the biggest in the WWE. And I don't know what happened. Did he retire and then...
He left. He quit.
He quit, but now he's back.
I know.
And he wrote a book. And he wants to come in and
Was it a real quitting, or was that one of those planned things?
No, he really quit. And as I told him the last time, he got married, and now he's divorced again.
Yeah, he got... that was the most amazing thing, that he had that terrible divorce.
He got married again. Got married again
and having another terrible divorce.
I keep telling him not to get married, and he keeps doing it over and over again.
He loves divorces, I think.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Looking bigger and stronger than ever. Look at you. What do you got? You got a gut?
Yeah, horrible.
What are you doing with a gut?
It's a high cholesterol, high alcohol diet.
Are you still...
South Beach diet, right?
Good to see you, by the way.
Good to see you, too. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. What do you mean? You put on weight?
I'm on a South Texas diet. Enchiladas, drive-through windows.
But you're a guy who always worked out and took care of himself. I'm surprised you would let yourself get into anything less than perfect condition.
Anything less than... Yeah, I'm far from perfect condition right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what happened? Was that like when you quit, you just stopped doing everything?
Yeah, well, pretty much, yeah. I just stopped doing everything, just started hanging out and drinking beer.
Well, you've been working out your whole life. You probably got sick of it.
I needed a break.
Yeah. Yeah, something different, huh?
Yeah.
Like, so...
Like marriage.
Yeah, we got to talk about you. You never listen to me. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? I do.
I'm listening to you this time.
Yeah, you're not the marrying kind.
I don't remember last time I said I wasn't going to never get married again.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I got married again.
You got married again? I was shocked. The first marriage it took a lot of money from you. It was a lot of emotional heartache. And I knew you had the girlfriend. And you married her.
And we even talked to you about the girlfriend. You, hooked up too quick.
I seem to have that problem. You know what I think about doing now? I like to come up with T-shirts and stuff. You know, our venues. But I'm thinking on the side, I'm going to start a jewelry-type business and specialize in, disposable jewelry rings. Yeah. Disposable marriage rings.
You mean it would dissolve while the woman's wearing it?
Exactly.
Wow. Now, that's an invention.
You pay $5 for it. You should carry it in the trash, and then it's done.
So you're back in the WWE.
Yeah, I've been back, for, I don't know, 6, 8, 9 months, something like that.
It says in your new book you had to go back and, kiss Vince's ass just to get back. You and Vince were on the outs.
Well, you know what he did? He really didn't do the right thing. You know you didn't do the right thing.
What do you mean? What did he do wrong?
He had a contract.
Go ahead.
What's your point?
What's your point? They were relying on him.
Right.
And he just disappeared. He didn't even tell him he wasn't going to show up anymore.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's a little more complex than that,
What was it?
I guess you could say that's what happened, but man, I was having a lot of health problems with my nerves and stuff like that, just all the way back from the 97 pile driver, and my nerves to my legs are starting to really go crazy, and it's kind of a deal where you're trying to compete on a platform with guys that are 90 to 100% or as close to there as, and and stuff that's good for you. It's kind of like, man. And then from a safety factor and a risk level, it's not like I just need to be thrown around the ring 24/7, 7 days a week.
Well, you get to be an older guy, you get these young guys coming in, they want to do more outrageous stunts, they want, And you got to look 10 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road at a quality of life. I mean, you don't beat to shreds, rolling around in a wheelchair, hey, you got some money in the bank, but how are you going to enjoy it if you're beat to shreds? Was there a chance you ended up in a wheelchair?
Well, if the wrong thing happens, when you start getting all these neck problems and stuff like that, you just kind of got a little bit different role, a little bit different route.
What are the neck problems caused from being dropped on your head?
Back in 97 from the pile driver, I got the bruised spine. I still suffer from that. And then I had C3/4 fused back in 2000. I got another couple levels that aren't so hot.
So you go to a guy like Vince and you say, Vince, look, I'm beaten up here. I need a couple of months off.
Did you do that?
Well, no, that's what you don't do. You never want to try to, as a person in WWE, show yourself as a liability. You want to be an asset.
Right.
But I thought I was becoming more of a liability just from my performance standpoint and basically how I was feeling inside.
Did Vince know you were ill?
No, not so to speak, because I just never played that. Just never.
You never played that card.
Road. I mean, just kind of kept it all in.
You're one of those guys. You're a trooper. You keep going.
Well, that's just the way that, to me, the wrestling business is. You just go as far as you can, and then finally, man, it's like
he trooped right on out of there.
Well, you start seeing the writing on the wall, and bam, you run into the wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Along with
and you were the biggest star of the WWE at that point.
Besides The Rock.
No, The Rock wasn't even that big at that point, was he?
Well, he started coming on after my first neck surgery, and then, of course, he got really hot. He did really well, but, had a lot to do with Rock's success, and him being extremely talented had a lot to do with his own success, as did WWE as a company. So it's kind of everything fed each other.
So are you jealous of The Rock's success in film?
No, well, he happens to be a friend of mine. You know, in this business, you don't have a whole lot of friends.
But is it hard for you to see him succeed on this level? I mean, you were the guy.
You're saying that your body has taken a beating, and, you know, you're still in it, and he's kind of escaping before that happens to him.
Well, you know, just like it was an accident in the ring, which got me off on this thing, and it's a deal where, hey, you got to look at what you've done on a personal level as far as your accomplishments. You can't sit there and say, well, I did this, but this guy did that, and now he's doing...
Well, you've said to me off the air that The Rock is a big scumbag, and you only wish that you could have that kind of success.
Yeah, but that was off the record.
That was off the record. But on the record, you're here to say you don't care.
No, I wish the guy all the luck in the world, you know.
No, so anyway, so you say to yourself, is Robin right? You just said, you know what? I'm out of here, man. I'm leaving. I don't care what they say. I don't care about my contract. I got to leave for my health.
Well, it was the health reasons, and then the fact that, you know, on the creative end, I mean, it was really burying me, dog. I mean, it was some really stupid stuff that didn't make sense.
What was the worst stuff you had to do?
Well, it was just, you know, wanted me to go out and do a match, and, of course, you know, I was going to come out on the bottom end of the match, and they pitched this idea to me while I was driving down to Columbus, Georgia to work a cage match with Ric Flair.
Right.
And I remember telling Jim, you know, I said, Jim Ross, the announcer, and he gave the creative by me, and I said, well, you know, if that's going to happen, you know, I'm not going to be there. You need to change it.
They wanted you to lose to some chump?
Yeah, and a no build-up match, you know.
Why did they want you to do that? You were their hero. Well, you were the guy.
That's when they started spreading me a little too thin. So then Vince calls me that night, and he drives the same scenario by me. And, you know, by this time, you know, I'd had about a gut full.
Right.
And when he told me...
Steve, Vince can be very persuasive, can he, though?
Oh, yeah, he can. I've heard the rally the troops speech many times.
Right. He starts telling you why you got to do this particular match and take the loss.
Right. And I figured I'd done told Jim Ross exactly what was going to happen if they didn't change it. And so when Vince pitched that idea, and it was about 2 in the morning, I was back in my hotel room in Atlanta, Georgia, fixing to do the show there the next day. He got finished telling me the little deal, and I said, okay. Well, I was saying, maybe to him, that's okay, Steve's cool with it. Me, it was okay.
I told you I'm not coming.
My ass, yeah. I'm hauling ass out of here.
Wow.
Well, you know,
because
with the health things, with the political things, there's just time to take off.
Is it bad to take a loss, though? I mean, don't you have to lose a few matches? I mean, you can't always win.
But, you know, that we're trying to work on a kid and build him up. Stone Cold Steve Austin is not the first victim you feed him. I'm the last.
Right.
There's money there.
Right.
As an investment and being a hell of a draw in the business, yeah, I'm not the first to be sacrificed. I'm not the sacrificial lamb.
And then it makes you look like you're washed up if you can't beat this kid.
Yeah. So it was just a bunch of things going wrong. You know, the health thing, first and foremost, but then creative on top of it was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
See, I didn't know you were allowed to talk back to them. I didn't know you were allowed.
Talk back.
But I didn't know you were allowed to say, you know, hey, I don't... Like, I figured they just decide your fate. You're going to lose this match. You're going to win this match. I didn't know you even get to be brought in on creative.
Well, yeah. I mean, it really depends on, you know, who you are, where you are on the system, as far as on
you're the top guy.
Pecking order.
Right.
And, you know, Vince is always very open to listening ideas.
But as you can hear, he really doesn't have a say. They tell him.
Yeah, so you just left.
No, it was a deal like where I do have a say, but at that deal, I wasn't going to argue with him. I wasn't going to go to the building and then present my case and then get out of it there. I just said, hey, screw it. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, but you were already at the match. I mean, it wasn't like you had days.
I was in the town. I'd worked the night before, but I just went to the airport, got on an airplane, and, you know, sat there and ordering a Bloody Mary.
Well, here's Steve's point.
They were holding the match. You know, he didn't tell them, you know, cancel that. They had it all set up, and people were introduced, and he never showed.
Yeah, but that's right. But it's kind of like pulling No-Show Jones or Hank Williams. You know, when you had enough, and it's just time to haul out.
And, Steve, your point is a million guys are out there wrestling for some reason, and you don't know what it is. But people respond to you, and they make you the #1 guy, and they dig you. You have a lot of fans, so you should have some control over your fate once you get to that point. Is that your point?
Exactly. You do. But, you know, like I said, first and foremost, I mean, the health thing was really bothering me. And then just the other stuff was icing on the cake, and I said, hey, man, I'm out of here.
So when you didn't show up for your match...
standpoint.
Yeah, when you didn't show up for your match, was that it? Vince said, that's it, you're out of the WWE, you're done?
No, he didn't say that. As a matter of fact, he left a message on my cell phone, you know, telling me, hey, if I got some problems, give him a call back. And I figured, you know, maybe that's just lip service. I'm not calling anybody.
Right.
So he
waited for him and waited for him.
Yeah, so then I wouldn't you to call him. I mean, that's one of my biggest problems. I think anybody up in that office will tell you I'm stubborn as hell. I'm, hard-headed. Yeah. And the same with Vince. He figured since he made the one call, he was done. I never called him back. It all escalated into being about a 6 or 8 month deal before anybody talked to anybody.
Did you think that was it? You're out of wrestling? That's it? I'm done?
Yeah, I was just sitting there watching the contract go close to expiring, and then finally I go to my mail one day, and there's a card in the mail from Jim Ross. Just said, hey, Steve, if I can be of any help, give me a call, Jim Ross. So I picked up the phone, and I called him right then because, he extended the handshake back to me. Talked to Jim for about 2 hours on the phone, went through two cell phone batteries, and he said, hey, man, he goes, Vince has had problems with a lot of guys before, but he's always been a big enough guy to try to bury the hatchet and get things back together.
Right.
Are you open to, maybe getting a meeting with him and seeing if you guys can get back together? Well, I said, well, yeah. I said, I'd like to go to the guy and look him face to face and ask him what the hell happened.
Right.
I'm thinking creative and, on the health deal. And so anyways, about 2 months later, and Jim Ross set up the meeting. It was just me and Vince in a high-rise hotel in Houston, Texas, because that's where the Raw was.
And you sat down, you told him, look, I got my health problems, I got this, I got that. I want to be back with you guys, but I got to come up with a whole different scenario.
It was a deal where, first when we got there, it was a pretty awkward moment.
Right.
And we just kind of started just like, hey, talking about the surface-level stuff about the show.
Yeah.
Then finally he leans forward, he goes, what happened? And
you told him?
Yeah, I just told him everything. And
Did you start crying?
No.
You're a real man.
I wasn't the time to start crying.
Right.
So then, but really, when he walked in, we didn't know if we were going to fight or shake hands or what.
Right.
Because Vince is.
You can take Vince down, can't you? Pretty easily.
I think the guy's pretty tough.
Yeah, but
it would come down to it. I got to bite an arm off or something.
Would have been funny if you threw him out the window.
Oh, please.
Come here, Vince. I'm going to throw you out the window. Come here, Vince.
Where's
Vince? We just kind of, then put things back together and said, hey, if I do come back, probably basically in a non-active role in, as far as wrestling goes. But then as it turns out, I ended up later on that year wrestling The Rock, and probably was my last match in WrestleMania 19 in Seattle.
Right.
So you don't wrestle anymore?
No, I get paid to drink beer, raise hell, flip people off, cuss them out, and make matches. It's kind of a co-GM role against Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well,
but the power vested in me. I say you can't do that, Austin.
We got to get this guy on board.
Yeah. So wait a second. So then, what happened with the wife routine now? So the first wife, you were out of it. I was happy for you. You were single.
Never again, never again.
Never again. I'm not getting married. I get tons of chicks. I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. What you do? You're a big, powerful young man.
Then next thing we know, you got a girlfriend.
What? Yeah. Why'd you have to get married so quick?
I don't know.
What were you thinking there? I
wasn't thinking.
Are you one of those guys that always has to have a woman? Like, are you insecure?
Are you just like one of those guys, the poontang just fools you?
Yeah, does the poontang fool you?
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Can't answer your question.
Dang, damn it. Fooled by the poontang again.
It just seems like every time I get married or didn't get divorced, I'm not ready to get married again, but then something happens. Hell, I end up married again, so...
The second wife was a piece of ass, no doubt. Hot chick.
Yeah.
And it tricks you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think in your mind, I'm never going to get someone as hot as this again, so I might as well just marry her?
Or is it for you, I'm in love and she's in love and this is it?
Probably a combination of a lot of things and my stupidity on top of it.
Man. Did you sign a prenup this time?
That last one, yeah.
Oh, you did. Thank God,
thank goodness.
Man.
You're a little bit brighter this time.
Well, yeah, a little bit brighter. Even when you sign a prenup, things can get a little bit out of hand still, but I mean...
Oh, they can?
Yeah, just a little bit.
What do you mean they can get a little bit out of hand?
You know what I'm saying?
She can come back in and go, hey, I want more.
No, that's a done deal, but, just pretty much nipped everything in the bud. But, still,
it just gets
when you
nasty.
go through that process of lawyers, you still add up a damn bill.
So you didn't impregnate her, did you?
No.
Absolutely
not.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God for that.
How long was the marriage? Yeah.
I think we were together about 4 years, but I think the marriage lasted about 2.
What went wrong this time?
Yeah.
I think I'm very hard to live with.
It's you figured out.
Well, I got to have the remote control in my hand. I got to listen to my radio, my CD.
Maybe you're not ready to share all your stuff with
I don't think I am.
Yeah, he never learned to share it.
Artie and I were just talking about this. We both realized we're very selfish men.
Yeah, I've realized I'm selfish myself.
But I realized that for a long time about myself. Yeah. I just got to get these women to understand that.
Yeah, right. That's another problem. They just don't understand that.
Going to understand that.
So you're divorced now?
I'm divorced.
Oh, you're divorced. So you're single?
Yeah, single.
You seeing anyone?
Yes.
You got a girlfriend?
But I preface this. I told her I was a complete piece of garbage.
Right.
Listen, I'm pretty much, I got to have the remote control in my hand. It's going to be my way or the highway type thing. And
she said okay?
Pretty much.
That's my remote, goddammit. That's my goddamn remote.
Velcro to my wrist.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's book, The Stone Cold Truth, is available in stores now.
Stone Cold's book called That's My Remote, goddammit.
That's a good name for the book.
That's my CD.
Now, Stone Cold will be signing copies of his book at the Planet Hollywood in Times Square tonight from 5:30 to 7:30. So you can sit there and sign these books.
Sign my little name on the inside of the book.
Hey.
Where'd you get this girlfriend?
Yeah, where'd you meet this little chippy?
Well, it was kind of a blind date.
Who set you up?
Oh, a friend of mine. I guess somewhat of a friend of mine set me up, and then hell.
I set him up, Eric Mishaw.
We go out to dinner.
Stone Cold, I've got a friend for you.
The few of the friends that I got.
Is she a wrestling chick?
No, absolutely not. It's far from wrestling.
What's she do?
A wrestling chick.
Does she
takes care of me.
Yeah.
Babysits me.
Is she not working?
A woman where do you find these free women who can come and take care of you?
Asia.
There's millions of them.
Come here, you Asian woman.
First time we're at dinner, I guess my phone keeps going off because it's my ex calling. Well, she gets a little pissed off.
What's she calling about?
I don't know.
You don't have any kids with her. She doesn't have to be calling you.
But the girlfriend slapped you on your first date?
Yeah, not once but twice.
Why?
Because the wife was calling.
Oh, but you can't control that.
Well, I know. I could have turned some bitch off and saved the slapping, though, right?
Yeah.
But look at...
How about a pile driver, you slapping bitch?
Look at Steve's thinking.
Yeah, I had to be careful
That's a good woman. He now is hooked up with the woman who socked him at the dinner table.
He likes that physical
He's
thing.
crazy.
Look at the size of this guy.
Crazy like that. There's something psychologically very wrong with me. Of course, this cool exterior, you think, yeah, he's got it all together.
Do you think you've learned something about women now after this?
Absolutely.
You have.
I think I have, but,
Are you bitter?
Getting myself in the same situation.
Are you bitter?
No. You got to, women are women. You got to have one.
Yeah.
A couple, whatever.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's really no substitute.
No.
A lot of wrestlers are like
Not
that.
for me.
For Fred there is, but I want to talk about it. He grew up on a farm.
A lot of wrestlers are like that. I remember when Goldust was in here, he said, women are women.
We love that guy.
That guy's the
You friends with that guy?
Yeah, I go way back with Goldust, back to the WCW days. Man, he was doing that stuff in malls and stuff at airports years ago.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff.
Steve, you have to stop using the S word.
Oh, sorry. But anyway, he's got your... I just... Shit.
So
he does the Tourette syndrome better than someone with the Tourette syndrome.
No,
so you're single now. You got the girlfriend.
Are you living with?
Well, yeah, that's the way to do it, right?
Oh. No. Come here. What do you do? I'm going to smack you now.
He needs another pile driver.
I'm going to pile drive you right out of this studio. You got to be kidding me.
You don't live with the women.
Why? You need some time to be on your own, man. That's the problem.
How much time you figure I need?
You just need a place of your own. Let her get her own place.
Right.
Yeah, need space.
And every once in a while, you got to have some space.
Well, I know that. I've already told her that.
Does she leave every once in a while and give you some space?
I go on the road, do whatever I got to do.
Oh, I see.
Shows, do the book tour, all that stuff.
All right, so you...
Monday Night Raw.
Well, when you come home, she's
downtime.
And this broad doesn't work at all? She just stays home with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need her to get a job.
What did she do before? Why do they have to completely be dependent on you?
She's what we call a poontang wizard.
No,
what'd she do before?
Real estate. Plus, I mean, her family's pretty well off.
Oh,
they are?
Yeah.
No, that's good. I'd marry her.
Yeah, let her.
Yeah.
They don't need my money.
Right.
Good.
All right, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you're going to be signing at the Planet Hollywood in Times Square tonight from 5:30 to 7:30. You up for a couple of phone calls?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, let's go to Terry. We'll start there. Okay, Terry, you're on the air.
Hi, Stone Cold. I just want to tell you, I just think you're so hot. I love watching you on Monday nights.
So now that you gained the weight, can you wear your bikini or whatever those things are?
No,
those tights?
since I'm not really wrestling anymore, I'm basically in the co-GM role. I wear the denim shorts with my leg braces and everything like that.
Oh, so you don't even have to...
I'm cool. But,
so you can put on a few pounds.
No, man, but I was trying to put them on the other day, and my favorite pair wore out, so I was putting on a new pair. And it's like going to get these things above mid-thigh, and I'm starting to think, okay, we got a little bit of a problem here.
Yeah, I mean, you're an athlete.
These things aren't supposed to be this tight.
All right.
So then I get them up. And I used to always tuck my T-shirt in, before I went out.
Right.
But I struggled to get that top button, button, and then I, zip my pants up. And it was a deal where they're so tight, and I'm back here doing stretching exercises, like stretch the jeans out, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, hell with it. So I just unbuttoned my top button. I just left my belt on like a regular notch, and then just put my shirt down. So you can see that I had my pants unbuttoned because my drum was so big, I couldn't button the damn things up.
Well, I guess when you were wrestling, you burned a lot of calories.
Oh,
and now
you burned a lot of calories.
Now all of a sudden, you're more sedentary.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Double A.
Hey, what's up, Howard? Hey, Stone Cold, man, you're truly a man's man. I love the way you, drink beer in the ring and all that crap. Is there any truth that you banged Stephanie McMahon before Triple H?
No, that's actually false. I mean, wouldn't mind, but it didn't. No, that never happened.
Never tried?
Never tried.
All right, let's go to Paul. Paul, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey.
Why aren't you asking Stone Cold? You ask him if he's been married, man. How come you don't ask him about how he's a drunken wife beater?
Okay, that's a good question.
Why are
you a drunken wife beater?
Are you on a cell phone?
What's that all about? I don't even know that.
There was some domestic violence charges or something, weren't there?
That was a small issue going about the time that I had my untimely departure from the WWE.
Right.
But that was all, basically, there's a gag order on that. It's a very big misunderstanding, so I'll leave it at that.
What do you mean a misunderstanding?
Misunderstanding.
You weren't doing anything wrong, is what you...
didn't do a damn thing wrong.
You didn't?
No.
Then why would she accuse you of it or something?
Yeah, well, that's just the way it goes.
You're kidding.
No,
you can't even
talk about it.
Is there still a pending case?
No, everything's all...
But it's gagged.
Yeah.
So in other words, in order to settle it all out, you have to agree not to talk about it.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
So nobody looks crazy except you.
No, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Who you calling crazy, woman? So
actually, I'm probably the most rational person.
You would not hit a woman, is what you're saying.
No.
Right. You might have to restrain him once in a while.
Wait, what?
I hit on something. You might have to restrain them.
I can't say anything.
Well, look, you went on a date with that broad. She smacked you around. You didn't do anything.
That could have been self-defense, right?
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I probably would have hit her.
You think?
No. I would have run.
He'd have gone down if she had a good punch.
Yeah. If some chick starts smacking me around, I know I'll just head for the hills.
She probably had a black belt or something.
Yeah. Kick your ass. All right, let's get to John. John, go ahead. You're on with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, the Stone Cold does something that kind of bothered me. I saw him on TV, and he took 2 perfectly good beers and poured them all over himself, and I was just wondering why he doesn't drink them. That seemed like a perfectly good beer you were wasting there, man. What's up with that?
It upset you that he wasted beer on TV?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like...
Get off my phone. How do you answer something like that? That's insane.
Do you have to deal with that a lot?
No, funny that he should ask that. As a matter of fact, I probably drink half the beer, half of it goes in, half of it goes on. The half that goes in is for me, the half that goes on is for the showbiz part of it.
It's show business.
Yeah, and if I did pour 2 beers on me, I was probably hotter than hell and needed to cool off, so blow it out your ass.
There you go. Matt, go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up, man? Yeah, apparently he, what's up, Stone Cold, man? He's the man. Yeah, dude, do you hate Triple H, man? Because I always heard that you and Triple H never got along. What's the deal with that, man?
Is that the real hate outside the ring, or is it just for pretend?
No, actually, me and Triple H go way back, and I enjoyed having some of my best matches in the ring with the guy. He's great to be in the ring with because you can trust him. He doesn't hurt you. He's
he's a pro.
All that. Right? But as far as, when things started building and hitting the wall with me, I kind of just felt that maybe he was in a little too deep on some of the creative stuff, and that kind of built up a little barrier. And then,
he apparently Stone Cold's like kind of a jerk. I love you, dude. I'm not calling you a jerk, but apparently they say that you're real hard to deal with that kind of stuff. But
well, you got to be hard to deal with in this business, or you're going to get run over. And,
hey.
Everyone's out for themselves.
Yeah, so you got to look out for yourself.
So you didn't think Triple H stuck up for you when you needed him to?
Oh, probably not. But, when I did come back, it was a case of calling a few guys aside and burying the hatchet. And some guys got it and some guys didn't. And, if they accepted me back, that's fine. But if they still wanted to carry their resentment towards me, that's fine, too. But at least I pulled certain guys aside, and we talked and got everything settled down. And Triple H...
Well, I'd love to hear that conversation.
Well, everything was cool with Triple H, and I was just at their wedding, the other day.
Oh, yeah? Who got married? Triple H?
Triple H and Stephanie.
Oh, they got married?
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, he's calling. Oh, no wonder you got upset. He's calling all the shots now.
Well, you got to figure he's in there.
Yeah.
But he's got a good head on his shoulders. At least I'll say he's smart to the business.
You think he married her because he loves her, or do you think he married her because he wants to be next to Vince?
I really think he loves her. And I think she loves him. Yeah, if you're at the wedding, they just had that starry-eyed look at each other.
Really?
It was a real
You've seen that starry-eyed look.
You recognize that look.
Mine was fake.
Yeah, he loves her, Howard.
fruit.
Stone Cold's
pretty cool, though.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's always great when you come in here.
Hell, it's been a long time.
Yeah. We always catch you.
I should have wrote a book 2 years ago.
Yeah. What's the matter with you? Keep writing.
You lost my cell phone number. Don't worry about it.
No.
Are you going to get back in shape? Or are you going to try? Are you going to?
Well, yeah, because we're fixing to get this thing jazzed up a little bit more than what it is. So I'm just talking to the chief the other day. So, yeah, I'm fixing to get back in shape and knock him dead again.
All right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's book, The Stone Cold Truth, available in stores now. And Stone Cold will be signing copies of his book at the Planet Hollywood in Times Square tonight from 5:30 to 7:30. Go over and say hello to him, and he'll sign your book. And if you're an asswipe, he'll
throw beer on you.
He'll throw beer on you.
That's the least I can do, right?
And crack you one.
I'm that kind of guy.
That's it. All right. Hey, great seeing you again.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
All right, good luck with the book. We'll be back right after these words. We're going to do the news. Gilbert's going to come in.
All right.
He's a big wise ass, Gilbert.
He always plays a bird.
Yeah. Imagine Gilbert sitting next to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, what a sight that would be.
Yes.
We should do that.
What are you doing down there? You stupid little Jew. Let me introduce you to my friend, Fool Nelson.
We'll be back right after these words.
Joan Rivers, let me tell you something. I love Howard Stern more than anybody else. And if you don't listen to him every single day, you are a fool because he's funny and he tells it like it is.
It's not. What's to like it?
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. All right. Hey now.